In the soft light of early morning, a fisherman stood beside his boat, tightening ropes and checking his nets as the tide breathed in and out along the shore. The storm from the night before had swept the beach clean and scattered starfish everywhere, tiny shapes glimmering like fallen stars left behind by the restless sea. The fisherman paused. He looked out at the quiet stretch of sand, the hush of the waves, and the hundreds of sea stars stranded far from the water. There were too many to count. Then, in the stillness, he noticed a young boy a little farther down the beach. The boy moved slowly, carefully, as if each step mattered. He bent down, lifted a single starfish in both hands, and carried it to the edge of the water. He knelt, letting the sea wash over his fingers as he placed the starfish gently back into the waves. The boy was someone who moved through the world with quiet kindness. The fisherman shook his head and frowned, shading his eyes. He looked over at the boy. The fisherman called out, his voice rough from years of salt and wind. "There are hundreds out here. What difference does that make?" The boy looked up. A small, easy smile warmed his face. The kind of smile that came from knowing, a connection he felt deep within. He picked up another starfish, held it with quiet care, and let it slip back into the sea. Then, in a soft young voice, he said,
"It made a difference to that one."
The boy continued on. He moved along, steady and sure, doing what felt right to him. He chose this small act of kindness, quiet and true, carried out even when it wasn't understood. As we move through the world, always remember, sometimes the right thing is the small thing, and sometimes the small thing is what changes everything. Thank you for listening. If you like this story, join our channel for more.